Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida. Today to see who will walk out as champion of the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team from the ACC, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys maybe that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up. You get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we were getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. The quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The offense set for a first down play. Pulls and fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes. Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And they can't make the connection.
Well, it's third and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on fourth down.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a lift.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden Tates, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Wow, what a big play by that defender. And how about the hit stick tackle? Woo! That ball carrier's going to remember that.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's taking the shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Back to pass, it's Dickey. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Listen, the comeback route is one of the more difficult routes to throw in college football. You see zone, and they're bailing, getting out of there. Nice job by the receiver, sticking his foot in the ground, coming back to the quarterback, catching the ball. Nice pitch, nice catch.
Going up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. The Wildcat is headed quickly to the line. Corners are going to bail. Going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
On third down, going up top. Dances away to buy time. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And this will push the offense back as they mark it dead at the 10.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it towards the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about a punt.
The run to the right. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
He's going to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Off play action. He uncorks one deep. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Makes a grab, and there's room. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're scoreless.
First down to start the drive after the break. They're going to run it to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but...
Oh, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence and they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Looking to pass. It's Dickey. Going over the top. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep plays.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Looking left. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Caught in the backfield, it's Brady. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is four-down territory. Quickly complete. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route run. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
The corners are walked up tight. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier in that one.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in enough. Trying to burn this defensive back. And the ball is picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. These corners backing off a bit. He'll start this drive firing. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Kentucky right back to the line.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the...
Oh, he wants it all. Pulls it in inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air.
You know, as an offense, you've got to do a better job pass protecting. And you've got to start thinking about max protection at this point of the game. Because if you don't get hats on hats, your quarterback goes down on his own 2-yard line. You're lucky you didn't give up a safety.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. The Irish send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. Back to pass, it's Sticky. They're working that left side. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Kentucky going quickly. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds and complete. Couldn't pick it up on 2nd down. Now they need a couple on 3rd down. He wants to throw it again. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And for the second time in this game, he'll try to knock through a field goal, this one a 41-yarder. He got it. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful. Unleashes one deep. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wildcats. What a grab and what a quick strike from that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And here's the return. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
Notre Dame Fighting Irish will take over 1st and 10.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. To be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
They're just hoping to get a little breathing room for the punt. He'll take another shot here. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. The 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. He tries to take the top off. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hendricks. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted, and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, you just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree, and if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game, punctuating this season.
Looking downfield, it's Dickey. They're bringing heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Trying to find his man on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't big.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next.
And the ball is intercepted. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Iron. How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And he makes the extra point. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Hendricks. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Back to throw. It's Dickey. Feeling some heat. On target. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defense is about filling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Quick strike complete. Stopped after making the catch.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They keep attacking through the air. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. The Wildcats want to crank the tempo. 3rd down play from the gun. He's not afraid to go deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Wow, that quarterback is lucky there. If you're going to take a chance like that on 3rd down in your end of the field, you better be right, because that should have been picked and returned for a touchdown. This offense is lucky now they're getting a chance to punt this ball away.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here come the Irish back on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now
unloads it downfield. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down. Threw a pick last time. Almost threw another one. But you know what? I like the fact that this dude has no conscience. None. Arm arrogance, right? He's going to spin the football, try to make plays. He's like, listen, take the good with the bad, right? He's going to make some plays. He's going to give some away. Let's try to do a little bit more of the playmaking as opposed to giving it to the other team. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to get the first through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground.
And the Kentucky offense will take over. First and 10.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. They'll immediately call timeout. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets him 30-plus.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Got room at the 35. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And they swarm him under.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Wildcats are in the hurry-up. On 4th down, going to the air. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on 2nd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. So much for being backed up. Now they've got it 1st and 10 and plus territory. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Complete to the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. They probably need one more score to feel like they're back in this game, down by 20 as they're set to kick it away. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Looking for a huge play. Fires into traffic, picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Line gets set, first down. Give to the running back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Kentucky 34, Notre Dame 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Kentucky! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
First and 10.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got it.
He's going for a big play downfield. And he hauls it in at the 30. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20.
Will take over. First and 10.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Offense getting set for first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long. He's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Kentucky right back to the line. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Running toward the tape. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that.
Touchdown, Kentucky! And the beatdown has ensued.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Here's the handoff. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Back open in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Wildcats racing to the line in the hurry up. Defense dropping into soft coverage. To the air, it's Dickey. It's complete on the right side. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football. I know
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
He'll take another shot here. He got it! Touchdown, Wildcats! And the stomping has commenced. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter.
Going downfield for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off going into double coverage.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, Dave. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better.
Looking to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but a nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Notre Dame, 28.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse.
Yeah, the worst-case scenario now for this offense is victory formation, victory formation, victory formation, punt, win the game.
No doubt about it. When you're up 2+ possessions, there's no way for the defense to get back in the game. So take a knee, get out of here with the dub.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. He's going to pass. On the run, still looking. It's gone. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Takes a hit as he fires. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit.